I hope I'm live. I really do hope I'm live. Because yesterday, I streamed for a whole hour without streaming, if you know what I mean. Let the children say. Exactly, that's all I'm talking about. Let's get it going. Talking shit, getting clean. So loud. Yo, let me get it right with you guys. Should I move? I'm so lazy. I'm just gonna move the camera. That's what we're gonna do. Let the children say. Alright, it says I got excellent connection. And this is what we're doing. Our show for tonight. Yeah, that's right. Day 2. Day 2. Oh man, what's good? What's good? What's good? You know, if you hit your alerts, if you got your alerts going, then you've gotten your invite to the show. Let the church say. I'm Mo’3Times, and this is what we're doing. This is what we are doing. Welcome to Talking Shit, Getting Clicks, original podcast. One more time, children. This is what we are doing. Welcome. All right, making sure I can hear myself on there. Oh, man. It's been a long day. I know I had to stay accountable with this streaming thing, so we are now 2 for 30. 2 for 30. I can't stop with the applause. I need it. I also need this coffee. Go Birds. Well. Let's see what we got going today. Listen, I didn't put anything together. I'm just hitting go live because I just want to go for 30 days. You know, keep my shit sharp. Sharpen my shit. All right, cut it out, whatever, all that good stuff. It is something. You know what I mean? But definitely. I watch these back because I don't usually have the time, but we're getting close to the end of the year. What's up, Mainline? Representing.
Many people know them as the Jump Out Boys in their city.
2 of 30. 2 of 30. So that's right. We got no script, no prep. I hit go live. And we see what happens. That's what it is. Whatever story walks through the door. So I'm getting a late start to the day. I actually work from home today. That's what I try to do on Fridays. If it's possible, I try to work from home. Get some work done. And, mind the house and spend time with my dog and love and everybody. Usually cook good food. All right, and today we had 5 cheese tortellinis with it was like a pesto Alfredo sauce. Out the jar. No, but it was delicious. So, all right. A little sourdough bread with the soft butter spread. It was delicious. Oh, and I had the hot Italian sausages just chopped up in there. Yeah. I think that deserves applause. I just ate that too, so it's like sitting on my bean, my entire bean. All right, day 2 of 30 with Mo’3Times. Whatever happens live. That's right. So while I say all that because I was cooking, and when I'm cooking, I like to turn it on YouTube. I must kill everybody because I have my phone. My phone's loud as AF, and I have my phone on YouTube listening to whatever is going on. I hit news and just hit play, and whatever I get, I get. And because I do a lot of research, my algorithm is crazy, so I don't know what I'm going to get from day to day. And if I sound a little nasally, please regard me, because I am a little congested. So yeah, I'm full right now. I'm a little tuckered out. I'm congested, but it's 2:30. Right. Exactamundo. So we're trying to figure out, like, yo, what is going on today? And when I turn on the news on my phone, as I am cooking, I realize that the Justice Department has released partial Epstein files. And as you guys know, there was a lot of widespread interest and search volume around these new documents, and there's a lot of photos being released from the Jeffrey Epstein case. Right, but this is what I could glean from what the news guys were saying. All right, so it wouldn't be a surprise if the Trump administration spent the entire summer and autumn and first half of, well, it's almost winter, redacting these files and making them spiffy and getting Donald Trump's name out of it. This is something that we have already predicted in previous shows months and months and months ago when this Epstein, when we were talking about Congress and how they were holding up the votes for these Epstein files. We had a government shutdown, but let's not get it twisted. It wasn't over the Affordable Health Care Act or anything with the Democrats. We had a government shutdown simply because they did not want these files released, guys. How long was the government shutdown? It was like over 40 days or something like that. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is absolutely mad. Hated it. Right? So, we shut down government because obviously, courts ruled you got to release these files. They got to release these files. So the Trump administration and the GOP did their damnedest to stall everything. Trump had a lot of FBI agents and government employees scouring these files, right? Looking for any information that had his name in it and probably some of his buddies. And I'm saying allegedly because we got to say probably allegedly, but this is the talk that was going around town, that this is what they were doing, and there were so many damn files that they needed a shitload of time to get this done. Now, finally, we have these files released partially, and what they are reporting is they're getting stuff that they've already seen. I hate to like if anybody was in the know, you've been like looking at these files and look at the information that's been coming out over the past decade regarding Jeffrey Epstein, you would understand first and foremost that a lot of that information is just re-released with more redactions. Right now, there is a thing that they have to do in the government when it comes to redactions. If something is redacted, if somebody's face is blacked out, if a line is blacked out, there has to be an explanation of why the redaction took place. And let me tell you something. Excuse me, a little snotty. Let me tell you something. They have not explained it. Now, is that surprising for the Trump administration? Oh! Give me a second, I'm gonna get a tissue. Is that surprising at all? Are we surprised? It's cold, so if you see, I got my Eagles blanket wrapped around me right now. I got pants on. Don't get me twisted. Right? Is this anything that we were like, oh, this is not surprising at all to me. Right? So there's no explanation for redactions. Now, the government, they're talking about there's rules where they get extra like 2 weeks or whatever. But come on now. They've had months and months and months. they've had the adequate manpower working on this. Maybe Trump should have took some of those National Guard troops instead of putting them in American cities. He should have had them in the Department of Justice filing cabinet room, just going through these files. Well, Pam Bodney at least could have used these guys. I kid. Of course I kid. But it's just as we expected. So, redactions, there's no explanations for them. They said they got 2 weeks to get them. And does anybody want to bet that they're going to get explanations to all those redactions that they did? People are talking about whole ass pages of these Epstein documents have been blacked out. Blacked out. Whole ass documents. And you think in 2 weeks that these, oh my God, terrible, inept, ill-prepared, not good, very not good, not well, D- F students who got passing marks, do you think that they're going to be able to honor that commitment? Let me know, chat. Chat, let me know. Do you think, Mainline, you think they're going to be able to?
It's not true.
Exactly. I don't think they're going to be able to do that. All right. Not only that, what else are they doing? We don't got the full files. They got the redactions in there. Oh, check this out. All right. So now there's another. This is according to Associated Press. The United States government also has policies and laws regarding when they release documents, how these documents must be searchable. I don't know if it was something that happened around in 2008 because the President Obama's office was attempting to, digitize all of these records in the efforts to have a more transparent government. But maybe out of that, and I'm just speculating on that, but maybe out of that is where these laws and rules came up to, that when they release these documents, they have to be searchable. Now, it is possible for documents to be searchable, okay? We have software, computer software. Adobe can do it. Adobe Reader can do it. You can transfer it to an ODR. So when you hit Control F, like I showed you guys many, many moons ago when we were going through like maybe the Diddy documents or something like that, you hit Control F on that page, and whatever you type in, if whatever you type is in that document, it's going to go search for it. So anybody going to watch these or look for these new Epstein files that were released would ultimately and easily, we can understand them, hitting Control F or the search key and searching for Trump and Epstein, or, Epstein and Trump, or Ghislaine and Trump, or, anybody's name that you think may or may not have been in the Epstein's files to release. And when they put Trump's name into the Epstein files, they are reporting. Associated Press are reporting. I was just listening, I believe MSNBC is reporting that his name only showed up 2 times. I need it.
The American dream is dead.
Oh! You know what I mean? 2 times. We're talking about thousands of pages of documents that were released, and his name, when searched, only comes up 2 times. So what does that tell us? It tells us that most of these documents aren't searchable, which they are not following these policies. We already know when Trump's administration in the past, Trump himself received subpoenas. Anytime a judge has made a command or a law or a judgment against Donald Trump, he didn't do anything that he did not want to do. He would fight the case, and if the case went in his favor, all good. But if the case didn't go his favor and they told him to do something, he'd be like, F you, I'm the president. Right? So do we expect to, like I said before, many moons ago when we were talking about this, do you ever expect to get some clean ass on the up and up Epstein files? Let me know in the chat. I did not mean to hit that button because, I like the drum riff. Yeah. You already know, Talking Shit, Getting Clicks, original podcast. And that's right, day 2 of 30 straight days of streaming like a demon. I don't even want to go there because not new baby times. But All right, so a couple days ago, there was a shooting that took place on the campus of Brown University, and I believe Brown is in Rhode Island. The Brown University shooting suspect has been found dead. There's ongoing national coverage and searches about university gunmen being linked to MIT. AI and culture word trends. Slop has been crowned the 2025 word of the year. People Magazine Online tells us why. Slop can refer to absurd videos, off-kilter advertising images, cheesy propaganda, fake news that looks pretty real, and more. Slop. I usually hear people say like a slop, like what's describing as an adjective, like AI slop. So all that stuff, the dictionary publisher defined it as a digital content of low quality that is produced usually in quantity by means of artificial intelligence. So yes, they're just calling it slop. No more AI slop. That's like saying puppy dog. Let's get it. A lot of people are searching about the U.S. airstrikes in Venezuela and the other ongoing U.S. airstrikes abroad. A lot of people are searching about the vaccine policy shifts and public health reporting trending in search due to changing recommendations. There's been a lot of searching on the internet about political campaigns and elections. Ergo, Representative Elise Stefanik ending her bid for New York governor. Let's talk about, why? We already know. We want to go to Venezuela for oil. I already talked about this on the show before. Like, we know this. Everybody knows this. Why? Why? Donald Trump gave the troops $1,776, but it's really a housing stipend. He just changed the name and did marketing on it. Oh man, I always get into politics. I don't know why. You know why? Because it's sad. This is sad where we live in these days and times. It's just sad that our president is robbing us blind, and he did it all with a red hat, a private jet, and a message of hate and division, and that was enough to get it crack-a-lacking. By the way, go Eagles. Oh man, so I've been talking about my fantasy football woes, and today it came time the commissioner, aka Will, he be calling in on the show, hit us up and told us to basically cash app him his money for fantasy football. And the thing is that I did not make the playoffs, and I got a great team, and I had the team that could have won it all, but I am in the losers bracket, and it hurts me so much. I think a fix was in, and the thing is, I love playing, but I know that it's like wrestling. It's fake. The NFL is fake. How do I know? Instagram told me. Yo, let me show. I've been getting videos all week. I'm going to share this stuff with you. Let me throw my little monitor up there. Look at this. This guy's going to break it down. He's going to break it down. Hold on. Let me do a duplicate so I can set another one up while we watch this one. I got to be smart. Work smarter, not harder.
Oh, yeah, anymore, man.
I don't know about this music. I hate when they do that on Instagram. Yo, play what I got to play.
I can't believe it. If you don't think this stuff is rigged, I don't know know what to tell you anymore, man. I really don't. The Browns are punting from the 29.
That's
They're
crazy.
punting from the 29. You know what the over is? 38 and a half. I've been watching football for 30 years. I've never seen somebody punt from the 29. The 29. The 20 fucking 9.
I mean, I'm not cursing, but
I'm fucking on to you. I'm on to you. I will have you investigated by the FBI.
Oh my God. He said, I will have you. And then it was like a long pause before he said investigated by the FBI, but it's Cash Patel that will be investigating. I'm sorry. I know I just blew on my mic. I'm sorry for screaming in your ear. I'm sorry for screaming in your ear. But damn it, man. Let me tell you what. I don't know if these people are investigators or, just watch, because I see some funny shit while I'm watching football now, but football to me has now become mostly like background. When I hear it start getting like, I just listen to basically Chris Collinsworth every weekend or Tom Brady or one of them running the games, and I just listen. I hear a little cracking. I'll look at a replay, and I'm listening for cheers. I'm listening for woes. I'm listening to the crowd. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'll sit and watch a game if it's really close, going backwards and forwards or whatever. But this guy, he has to be gambling. This has to be. Obviously, there's a problem with gambling in the NFL. Not just the NFL, but I'm going to say all sports leagues has this, because I see a lot of this for NBA games as well, rigged NBA games. The first time I got inkling that the NFL might have been fixed is when Arian Foster came out and said it damn near 10 years ago, like on a podcast or some shit, talking about, the NFL ain't what it means. And then I don't know if it was Kevin Garnett. I don't want to put it on anyone specifically, but one of the basketball players was like, yo, we already know if we're on the road playing that team, we got to at least win by 20 to win the game. Because we already know that we're going to get these certain calls thrown at us and everything like that. So this is crazy because fantasy football, like, yeah, it's not gambling, but you put your money into play and you realize that, you were, for instance, every week to me seemed like there was a theme. Remember, I don't know if it was like week 1 or week 2 where everybody was blocking field goals, right? You remember that? And then you remember the next week it was like there were like a divisional rival games where the underdogs all won. And then the next week it was, they're like having pick sixes or something crazy, or running backs are going off, or this week is tight ends doing something crazy. Let me show you something that this guy just exposed on the parlay band list. They put that man on the parlay band list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start it over for you.
When was the meeting when y'all said we're gonna give these players multiple touchdowns in the game? Every fucking team had a player with 2 touchdowns? I don't believe in coincidences. That's why I made it this far. Because when I see some shit that don't make sense, I pay attention. What my boy said, pay attention! It started with Kyle Pitts. 3 touchdowns.
Kyle Pitts.
I said, that's suspicious.
That is.
Kyle Pitts? This bitch had 1 touchdown all season. 3 in the game. Okay. I started watching. Dallas Goedert, 2 touchdowns. Drake Vanilla Vic May, 2 touchdowns. Travion Henderson, 2 touchdowns. James Cook, 2 touchdowns. D Knox, 2 touchdowns. DJ motherfucking We Need More, 2 touchdowns. He can't get 2 catches in a game. 2 touchdowns, though. Juwan Life Jennings, 2 touchdowns. Kyron Williams, 2 touchdowns. Cody Parkinson's, a goddamn illness, got 2 touchdowns. Ahmad St. Brown, 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdowns. Jay Naylor, 2 touchdowns. This shit is scripted. Ain't no fucking way. Goddamn 10 games had...
Sorry about that, guys. But
2 players with 2 touchdowns. This shit is the WWE. Who wrote this? Triple H?
It's funny that he says, who wrote this, basically, like, who wrote this, because Aaron Foster was basically saying that, hey, in the beginning of the season, I get a script. Let me see if I can find that footage for you guys. Come on, get on the internet now before it's too late. Check it out.
It's funny, before we started taping, Aaron was Aaron was telling me about how the NFL is rigged and how every year he used to get a script.
Yeah.
Day one of training camp that would get dropped off at his locker. And you would have to, it was like week 1, you'll do this. Week 2, you're going to have a hamstring injury. Week 3, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Week 4, you're going to get 3 touchdowns. And so then you just have to, did you memorize those before the season started? Or would you go and rehearse the script before every game?
We were really dedicated to it. So it was more so like, that's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script.
This is
Like,
Aaron
what
Foster
goes on,
talking.
This is what we have to do in order to,
And this referee is going to miss this call
Yeah,
because
we
they
knew.
hate you
Yeah.
and they love the Colts,
Yeah,
that
it's
sort
like,
of thing.
WWF, so it's like, you know, we know what's going to happen, but you still got to put on a show.
Yeah.
What did you think when you got the script in 2016 that said your career was going to fall off a cliff when you stopped believing in God?
That was 2015.
Yeah.
It's funny, before we started taping, Aaron was telling me about how the NFL is rigged.
I'm not yaying that he doesn't believe in God. I mean, that's his personal little choice there. But I'm just yaying that we got this information from that man's mouth. Mouthy mouth. Did I save any more? Any more rigged saves I got this week? That's one. That's a 29. Yeah, that was that guy. Oh, hold on.
Watch. It's going to happen right around here.
Oh, this one's
edge,
good.
number 58.
This one's
Number
good.
58 is going to have him dead to rights, and then he's going to fucking avoid him and fall over. Watch.
Hold on, watch.
Watch.
Look at
What was that? What the fuck was that?
Oh, we got to watch this again. We're going to watch it. We running this back.
Watch. It's going to happen right around here. This edge, number 58. Number 58 is going to have him dead to rights, and then he's going to fucking avoid him and fall over. Watch. Watch.
Look at
What was that? What the fuck was that? Watch.
Craziness. Is that AI, guys? Is that AI? Did anybody watch that game? The Bears versus Vikings? Anybody else can attest to that? I didn't watch this. Oh, hold on. College football.
None of this.
Come on, we know college football's in on it.
End zone, goddammit. The spread 7.5. The spread 7.5, goddammit. Let's go! Let's go! Stop! No! What the fuck?
It's crazy. That is crazy.
Are you fucking serious?
When he's talking about Dallas Goedert had 2 touchdowns, Dallas Goedert almost had 3 touchdowns, but he dropped one in the NFL. He dropped one in the end zone. Let me tell you what, Dallas Goedert probably has some of the best hands as tight end in the league. He don't really drop passes like that. Now, he will catch a pass and fall directly to the ground. He is a non-yak getting MF. I'm talking about. You know what I mean? He don't be getting no yak. He is totally sober, but every now and then he does. He runs like a crazy man out there. But usually, man, you can tell these games where they, like, we get it. You got your Saquon's hot this series, so you're gonna take it down. Like, he had a 60-yard run, so yeah, you want to hand it off to him. You want to get you will definitely change up the game plan to, instead of passing into the red zone, you want to get him close to within 3 yards of the goal line, so Saquon can see the fruits of his labor. So you get a touchdown off that 60 yards. That happens a lot in the NFL. You see, oh man, this guy made a big play. They're going to let him get the go-ahead score. Like, they make decisions like that. But when you do realize that, oh man, every team, like we had 4 to 6 teams this week blocked field goals before halftime. Like, are you serious? Are we believing in coinkydinks? That's what they call it. Coinkydinks? Are we believing in that? I'm sorry, guys, if I'm so passionate. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't want my peoples out there getting cheated by the league. So stop it with them parlays. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But I don't know. We can keep going. This is like I've been getting all
The
these.
NBA is going to start losing their
NBA.
fans if they let this continue, because this is just getting ridiculous. We all saw what happened just 2 nights ago at the Lakers-Suns game when this phantom foul was called on Devin Booker, costing the Suns the game and covering the point spread. Well, last night during the Nuggets-Rockets game, almost the identical thing happened again. And by the way, if you like elite sports content like this, make sure to follow. Now, keep in mind when you're watching this, going into the game, the Nuggets were 1.5-point favorites. And keep an eye on these 2 guys right here, Amen Thompson and Tim Hardaway, as the Nuggets inbound the ball down by 1 with just 2.3 seconds left in the game.
2.3 to go. Murray will work it in. And a foul call.
Now take another look, because this is just ridiculous. Look at this. Bro just trips. Where's the foul? You can see Thompson can't believe it. His head coach, Ime Udoka's like, we need to challenge that. You're probably thinking, that's okay. They're just going to review it and overturn the call, right? But guess what? They would look at this review and the foul would stand as called. And I want you to remember, because this foul happened before the ball was inbounded, the Nuggets would get 1 free throw and the ball. So, of course, what do you think happened? They make the free throw, we go to overtime, and the Nuggets end up winning by 3, obviously covering the 1.5. Now, I just want to make this clear. I'm not accusing the NBA of rigging these games. I don't think that's what's happening. When you get these phantom foul calls at the end of these games at back-to-back nights, it just doesn't look good. And if you think I'm the only one that noticed...
Yeah, he's being nice. There's some fuckery afoot. I have no better language to explain it other than it being fuckery afoot. But let's see what the FBI is doing about this.
Good morning. Today we are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Casa Nostra.
Donovan Mitchell, you have 15 points at halftime. You made 5 threes. You would not believe what he ended the game with. 15 points. Donovan Mitchell, you will be investigated. No, but it was a blowout. Nope. Donovan Mitchell, you will be investigated.
Good morning. Today...
Yo, I am convinced, like, these guys aren't just basketball fans that are watching, that are making these videos. These are people that are betting parlays, betting, like, 88-leg parlays and coming up lame on the 88th leg. And then they're telling you that, hey, it was Donovan Mitchell, somebody that should have been a short shot to go get his plus 20 points on this thing, that only got 15, as being one of the faces of the MFing league. Whoa. What are we? Yeah, there we go. One more time. There, now you can clap. But just a thought. So now we know that we have Chauncey Billups and the boys and the Mafia in New York. They are, about to go face the music for these so-called gambling, hustling rings where they use high-end technology and different tactics to bilk people gamblers out of their money. Gambling. How much money does let's ask. We're gonna ask ChatGPT now. Let's take it with a grain of salt. But let's just ask right now. How much does the NBA make off of gambling? My ChatGPT be asking me follow-up questions sometimes. Oh, they're going to ask. This must have been very clear to them. A clear question to ChatGPT. All right. So, direct revenue from sports betting partnerships between the years of 2023 and 2024. Industry estimates suggest the NBA received about $167 million in revenue from casinos and sports betting partnerships during the 2023-2024 NBA season. This includes money paid by sports books for official partnerships, advertising, data rights, and sponsorship deals. Now, there's broader context within the league revenue, okay? Listen to me right now. There is broader context within the league revenue. Check this out. Gambling-related revenue is a relatively small slice compared to the league's total sponsorship revenue, which varies between 1.4 to 1.6 billion in recent seasons. Now, if the industry projections from older studies were realized, legal sports betting could potentially increase NBA annual revenue by several $100 million, though actual realized figures depend on deals and market conditions. The overall U.S. legal sports betting industry generated billions. The overall U.S. legal sports betting industry generated billions. Ergo, over $10 billion in legal sports betting revenue through the first 3 quarters of 2025. That is almost $1 billion a month. That's over $1 billion per month. If I'm doing the math right. Right. Now, most of that does not go directly to the NBA, of course, because, you know, there's a lot of other American sports. However, the league share comes through negotiated commercial agreements, not a cut of bettors' losses. Amazing that they tell you that it comes from commercial agreements, such as, hey, we're going to put your sign up here so you can advertise. Yeah, we'll partner with you so you can play your advertisings and commercials during games and everything like that. Hell, why ESPN was breaking the news of Chauncey Billups and the boys getting caught up out there with this gambling mess, they had to realize that they were actually sponsoring I think it was like DraftKings or one of these betting houses on their lower thirds. You know, their little crawler that crawls across the screen. So imagine that you're, oh my God. Imagine covering the OJ trial back in the early 90s and having an advertisement for Bruno Mali's. If you don't get that one, ask Melbourne. Bruno Mali's, so good for your feet. If the shoe doesn't fit, you must acquit. Too soon. Right? Now, player revenue sharing. Under the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, aka the CBA, players receive roughly 50% of all basketball income, related income. And this includes revenue streams the league earns from gambling related deals. Now, the NBA current direct takes from gambling partnership is just under $200 million per season, and this is a part of a broader sponsorship income, but it's not the primary revenue source. You know, they got media rights, ticket sales, traditional sponsorships, and larger things. Now, if I want some specific companies with NBA partners, let's ask them. We don't. Sports Radar, DraftKings, FanDuel. We know what they be using. Wow. So our government's rigged. The NFL is rigged. The NBA is rigged. I'm not gonna lie. This is confession time. I need some music for a confession. What's some good music?
She's biracial.
No, that's crazy. No, that's not. I love that. One time, many years ago, I rigged the 50-50 tickets at my family reunion and won. Let the children sing. I did it. I did that shit. I forgot what the prize was. It wasn't about the prize. It was about seeing if I could get away with it. Dr. Evil. You complete me, mini-me. All right, so, yeah, that's what we got there. the government's rigged, the NBA's rigged, the NFL is surely rigged. I showed you guys some evidence from people who take that shit seriously because their fucking livelihoods are on the line. Imagine missing an 88 leg parlay. I'm exaggerating with the 88 legs, but imagine missing it because Donovan Mitchell didn't want to score an extra point and had a whole half of basketball to accomplish it. One of the faces of the league, one of the highest scoring players in the league, one of the top 10 players in the league, and he can't get an extra point, one effing point in the second half of a game. Not a free throw, not a long three, not a little breakaway layup, not an alley-oop, not a mid-range jumper. You know, nothing from the corner. No, not dunking on somebody. Reverse 360 tomahawk. None of that shit. He couldn't get not one effing point in a half of basketball. I'm feeling lightheaded now. Yo, Ev Love. Today I called my mother, Miss Wendy. I called Miss Wendy and I said, hey, Winopia, can you do me a favor? Like, first of all, I was going to ask her to make me a sweet potato pie. You know what I mean? I was going to throw in the baby boy card and be like, "Yo, my mama, I need a sweet potato pie." Because, you know, like I said before, I got that thing in me to see if I can just get away with it. But no. I'm just playing. I didn't want to bother her like that, but I did need that recipe. So basically, she just gave me the basics and told me to use the force to make the pie. Now, while I'm talking to her, I am on speakerphone with my mama. As I am on speakerphone with my mama, Ev Love is also in the room, and she's like, hey, hey, mom, blah, 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 blah. She starts talking, and they're talking, and then Ev Love ends up violating my HIPAA rights by telling my mother that I rarely drink water and that when she goes in the bathroom and she looks in the toilet, she sees my pee and that it's bronze. I know, that is disgusting. And I was like, yo, but I do drink water. I do. I promise you guys I drink water. But she was like, no. And she was going on telling my mother how dark my urine is. Was she wrong for that? Did she violate my HIPAA rights? Let me know in the chat. As a mother out there, would you want to hear about your son's color of his urine? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I just thought about that, guys, because it's live, and I'm keeping a whole 100 today. That happened a couple hours ago. All right, we're not going to show you that. I got more. Oh man, can I? Am I even allowed to do that? Am I allowed to do that? Oh, check this out. I was watching. Yo, these are those goats. I don't know if these are eye packs or eyelash. Look at this. Look at the goat on a GoPro. Oh, let me get rid of myself. Look at that. Amazing. Yo, they doing that. They ain't got. Look out. Oh, man. Did you see that drop? Like, that's amazing. Goats breaking the laws of physics. That's crazy. They are the goat and my little mountain goats. I have no idea what this is. Oh, check this out. What do you guys think about this? I just saw this. I don't know if it's true or not, but they're saying liking other women's photos on Instagram now admissible as infidelity in Turkey. Or is it? I'm not, I don't know, but I have a couple different Instagram accounts, and I haven't had any social media account where some like scantily clad woman that's doing like workout flicks or just flicking it up on a picture has not eased their way into my friends list or me being a follower of them. And I don't be following them now. I'm not gonna lie. On my talking shit, getting clicks account on Instagram, whatever. If you ask to follow me, you can follow me. I post everything. It's whatever. But like even on my personal one, like they be infiltrating my social medias, guys. I'm being honest right now. Like it's not like I'm seeking these people out. I don't got time for that. You guys know you guys don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not against seeing a little popping of the pee through on a story every now and then. Like, I'm an adult. But it's not like I am actively searching these things out. And I feel like some poor guy in Turkey is about to get in trouble with the government because his finger might have just slipped over the like button or the heart. That has happened many a time. Oh my God. Have y'all ever liked some shit that you didn't mean to like? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. If you've ever liked some shit that you just did not even mean to like, you didn't even realize you liked it, let me know in the comments. Because that's what I think about this little law or policy that's going on in Turkey right now, if it's true. If this is true, I think it is shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm American. I'd rather have 1,000 guilty men go free than one innocent man be locked up. I really believe in that. But in Turkey, I don't believe, and they have the same culture and values. Shout out to my people from Turkey, though, that's living in the United States. You know why. You know why. Come on. Day two. What else do we got here? You know what? I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. That's what you guys are going to have to get. I have no idea what's going on here. I'm just, if I saved it, then I saved this. Oh, wow. Did you guys see this?
I went rags to riches. I went rags to Gucci.
What?
What are you doing?
Dad, why did you busting in my room like that?
Where you get all that money from? Where you been at all night?
Skit?
Huh?
I danced.
You danced?
Yes, I danced.
I went rags to riches.
That don't sound like a skit. Yeah, her wrist thick as fuck to be. I'm not gonna knock any on no body shaming. But if Ray Charles would have shook her hand and felt that arm, it would have been a no-go for Ray. Anyway, she flexing all that money. That's a lot of money. Even if those are ones, that's a lot of money. And it looks like she's staying in her family bed, her grown up bedroom, in her parents' place, at least her father's place, and she's flexing money on the gram. You know what I mean? And she could probably kicking in some rent money. Now listen to me. I don't believe if you got to move back in with mom and pop, whatever like that. I don't believe in making anybody pay rent. Of course, you got to contribute to the household do something for the household. You know what I mean? If you got some money, kicking a little dough, you like that. But usually when you come back to that household, it's because you're trying to, get your dough up so you can make your next moves. And that's how we should be doing. That's what it should be like, Like I am hopefully the last of the Mohicans, where a lot of our parents was like, yo, and it was a joke in my household. I don't know if it was a joke or a real. I took it as real personally, but it was like, yo, when you graduate high school, you better be on to bigger and better things, because you're not going to be chilling around here. And at one point in time, at 19 years old, the tender age of 19, I want to tell you, the ages of 12 and 19 and I'm not saying for black men, even though I will say for specifically black men, but I realize for everybody. At 12 and 19, I don't know what you're going through, but those that are prime years, and there's more years as you get older, but those 12 and 19, those are two prime years where you could cure cancer, or you could be spending the rest of your life in jail, basically. I let the children say yay because I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. That's truth. They celebrate truth. But yeah, like 12 and 19. And at 19, yo, I was about to do some raggedy shit with my life. And luckily, I had a father that wanted to walk around naked in his house. So he was like, yo, you got to get out of here. And he took me to the recruitment station. Yay! She was flexing that dough. She probably 19. I was tripping. I was dance. She said I dance. Keep it real. You don't dance. You take off. You shake it. That's what you gotta say. I shake it on the pole. I don't dance. And I'm not knocking any woman that shakes it on a pole, because I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy watching a lady shake it on the pole. I love the pole work when not y'all. Not all of you women do this, but when they're on a pole and they're sliding down, they're doing stuff upside down, and like, you know what I mean? It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful and graceful, and you got to have a lot of athleticism and focus. And I enjoy watching a good keep your ass on the stage on that pole. You could do some popping on the groundwork on the stage and everything like that, but I gotta see a good pole game, and then you could get down and pop the P. As far as lap dances and coming around and doing crazy stuff like that, that's not for me. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you know what I mean? I don't want no glitter on me or no body oils and stuff like that. One time this chick like just sat on me. I had a white, it was a white, I think like a Nietzsche, you know, back in the day, the velour. So it was like a velour tennis shirt. It might have even been a Sean John, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Puffy made some magnificent menswear pieces back in the day. But anyway, you know what I mean? I was down south, so it's kind of like the culture down there. It's the weekend. We had to, you know, I got some ribs. I'm drinking my Henny, and this one comes up to me and just throws her butt cheeks on my shirt. Right, like on my chest. She threw it on my chest and like backed me, and I hit the wall. I was like, oh man. It was like, whatever. Like, please, ma'am, get off me. I don't want to be that guy, because you don't want to be in a guy. You don't want to be the guy in the strip club, like telling the girl like, ew, get off me, because that just doesn't look right. But I was like, ew, like I did not ask for this. I did not ask for the ass to hit my shirt. And then when I stepped out into the light, I seen it was 2 butt cheek prints on my beautiful shirt. I hope it was makeup. Why do I be telling these stories? It's probably because I'm tired. But that happened. Real story. Keep your butt cheeks off my white shirts. Cinnabon. Pistis Sophia, we're reading that. Oh, look at this. This is a post from Daily Rumble. I don't know too much about them, but they're showing this. It looks like the colors of the supremacists, that black and red, and it looks like they're hanging out there with the police. Now listen. Like, it looks like they're just hanging out there. But honestly, we don't know what's going on in this video, just to be fair, because I can use this opportunity for you guys to enjoy the fact that I am trying to be fair. This does not look good. It is not surprising if everything that's being said in this video is true, that these police officers, white or not, are staging with these white supremacists. A lot of these law enforcement officers are secret white supremacists. That's what it is. We know that from the Ku Klux Klan, that the judges, the lawyers, and the police officers, everybody in that chain of supposed to be of justice is in a white supremacist group. Or it's possible that these guys are just like, listen, we know that you're having a protest, and they're just giving them the instructions. You know, hey, if this happens, boom, 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 they're just answering questions and doing like that. But from what this guy is saying, from what I personally feel looking at this video, I would not be surprised if they're just actually palling around. If these two guys didn't go to high school together or are in the same bowling team or some bullshit, and this guy was like, damn bro, I couldn't get off of my shift this weekend to participate in this rally, but instead they let me do one up and they let me come protect you boys. Like, hold up, we're not cheering. It's just the truth. That's why we cheer. It's quite possible. quite possible. You know. And I guess that's the thing. I guess that's the thing. Like I never really, like, growing up, Pops was in the Navy, so like early on we grew up in on like military housing, so I've known people. It wasn't surprising to see somebody that looks different from me or to hang out or play with them. That's how most kids are anyway. You don't care, you just want to play. Who runs fastest, who does this, who's great at this, who can do that. Like, you just want to play. And then as we get older and older, like, we get separated. Gambling itself is entertainment. Yeah, sports are entertainment, definitely are. If you like being entertained, then sit back and enjoy the show. And that's what I had to do, Dave. I sit back and just be like, I'm going to enjoy this WWF that's going on. And I hope that they got my team is coming out well in the script. And this has been my, just so you know, this has been my assertion for many. I'm still an Eagles fan, and I just don't take it as serious as I used to be. But people were talking about, like, I remember when I found out wrestling was fake, like back in like the 80s and like early 90s, even the early 90s, there was like arguments about whether wrestling was fake or not. And I don't know how old I was, but I read a Mad Magazine, and Mad Magazine was my truth and reconciliation publication as a young kid. As a young jit coming up, because it would tell like things that was going on in Hollywood, and it would make these little like adult jokes that even at the time were going over my head, but some things just like smacked with me. And one of the things was wrestling, when they were showing the wrestling, is like a comic of them like arguing and hitting each other with chairs, and then next thing you know they're having a beer, and then that's what I got. And then like I used to be big into it, and it kind of disappointed me during those Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant days, and I stopped watching. But then when I went to college, like The Rock and Stone Cold, like they were big, and I remember watching it, and it was really fun watching it to understand that, yeah, we know, yes, it's fake. There is we know that they have already preordained who the winner is going to be, and it is a script, but you can still appreciate the athleticism that goes into it. I mean, you're still bumping your tailbone on that mat, falling off, trying to jump on somebody. You are getting hit with that chair. They're putting on wonderful performances, and basically that's what it is. Be entertained, but ultimately, Mainline, my whole thing is like, yo, you would be crazy. You would be effing, like, I don't want to judge people, but now that I've shown you this, if you've watched these videos that I've shown you of these guys that have shown actual footage from these NBA and NFL games, and just showing you how stupid it looks at times, like, for you to go out and waste your hard-earned dollars, I don't know if they're hard-earned or not, but waste your dollars on gambling is insane. To me, personally. I've had this conversation with many people. Now, if you're winning and it's working for you, I hope it works for you, and it never not works for you. But I personally, I'm not going to do it. Not I can't, because I can. I refuse to effing do it. Not me. I'm not betting. All right, we damn near did an hour, and I'll be promising myself to do half hours. That's what we did. But hey, guys, thanks for tuning in, watching, hitting those alerts. You got to hit those alerts, because I can pop up at any time. But you're definitely going to see me each and every day for the next 30. 28 now. 28 more days. We've done 2. All right. So day 2 is through. It's up to you to hit like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Day 3. Hit your alerts, because I don't know when I'm coming on. All right. Can I use the fantasy music? No. Go out the way you came in. Cash rules everything around me. I'm Mo'3Times. I'm Mo'3Times. You guys have a great night, and I'll check you out tomorrow. Talking shit, getting clicks.